all right, Netflix, not everything has to be a documentary. And some of these Trainwreck episodes that you're doing are just like no bueno, okay? Like they're not good. Like who cares? We don't need to know the story. This latest one is Trainwreck PI Moms. Now, I'm going to go through this fast. Guy Chris Butler, he is ex-police, I think, and he leaves the force and then starts his own PI firm. And he brings in 4 women to be these PI moms. And so under that umbrella, Dr. Phil finds out about them, has them on the show, talking about what they do and how they do it and why moms can do this sort of job, whatever. A TV producer sees them on Dr. Phil and says, hey, this would make for a really great reality show. He pitches the idea to Lifetime. Lifetime throws him a shit ton of cash and they begin production. Then you insert this guy named Carl Marino. Carl Marino is an actor and he is so butthurt. And by the way, he is a very good friend of Chris Butler. And he is really butthurt that he is not going to be part of the show because it's not about him. And he begins to sabotage the show. And Lifetime is kind of getting annoyed. But then you have Chris Butler, who's doing some shady, illegal stuff. Like, it's mind-boggling to me that this guy would even attempt to do this. And Carl is involved, but yet he's trying to pretend like he's not, and then decides to go undercover and winds up becoming this big hero. Fast forward that Lifetime is sort of done. Chris goes to jail. The plug is pulled on this whole entire show. It never airs. It never sees the light of day. Fast forward now, Carl Marino now has a very successful acting career because he is the Homicide Hunter, the young Lieutenant Joe Kenda in the series. So whenever you see those reenactments being done, it's by this shady MFer, Carl, what's his name? Carl Marino. Yeah, Carl Marino. So interesting, but honestly, it would have been a more interesting doc to really dive into the mind behind this Carl Marino guy. Or even maybe lean more heavily into the illegal things that Chris Butler was actually doing behind the scenes. But they were trying to make this a lot about the PI moms because they're the ones speaking and they're really talking about how their opportunity was taken from them. And I get that, but believe it or not, that sort of shit happens all the time. Shows start, stop, never see the light of day. Films, same thing. A lot of films get totally done in the can and never sees the light of day. This sort of stuff happens. So it kind of felt weird at times hearing some of the one woman specifically speaking about it. So Trainwreck, watch it or not. You're not missing anything if you don't watch it. Out now on Netflix.